Very good morning and welcome to the next class. Today I will be discussing the exercise 6.4 application of derivative and approximation. Let y is equal to f of x is a function, and if there is a small change in y, that is delta y, let delta y is the small change in y and delta x is the small change in x. Then we have y plus delta y is equal to f x plus delta x, and if I subtract this first equation from this second equation, we will get delta y is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x. If I divide both the sides by delta x, I will get delta y by delta x is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x upon delta x. Now, if I apply limit on both the sides, limit delta x tends to 0, limit delta x tends to 0, then limit delta y by delta x tends to 0, it is represented as what? Dy by dx or f dash of x. Dy by dx or f dash of x. Now this is known as limit delta y by delta x and delta x tends to 0 is known as f dash of x or dy by dx, that we know. Therefore, can I write now f dash of x is equal to limit delta x tends to 0 f of x plus delta x minus f of x upon delta x, right? Now, can I write f dash of x delta x is equal to f of x plus delta x minus f of x, right? Or I can write f of x plus delta x is equal to f dash of x delta x plus f of x. Now see, this formula f of x plus delta x is equal to f dash of x delta x plus f of x will be using for finding out the questions of the approximation. This also sometimes we write that delta y is equal to dy by dx by dx into delta x. This also we will find in the NCERT book. But I will be solving the problems using this concept, that is f of x plus delta x is equal to f dash of x delta x plus f of x. Please remember this formula. Once I will write here now, that is now f of x plus delta x is equal to f dash of x delta x plus f of x. This is the formula we are going to use to solve the problems of approximation. See now in the exercise 6.4, the many questions we have, right? Suppose the first question we have, find the approximate value of under root 25.3. So first of all, you think that which type of function it is. It is a function of order 1 by 2. That means 25.3 under root it is given there, and you are asked to find the approximate value of this term using approximation, right? Here the power, which I can write 25.3 to the power 1 by 2. If the power is 1 upon 2, then you have to think a number whose perfect square is very near to this number 25.3. And it is very clear, if I take here x is equal to, here we will take x is equal to 25 and delta x is equal to 0.3. So that x plus delta x will get 25.3. X plus delta x is equal to 25 plus 0.3 is equal to 25.3. Why I have taken x is equal to 25? Because if I take x is equal to 25, 25 is the perfect square root will have, that's why here power is 2 and 5 square is 25. That's why I have taken x equal to 25. And the small change in x is, that is 25 plus 0.3. Delta x is here 0.3. Now, we will suppose that let y is equal to f of x, and here f of x is equal to x to the power 1 by 2. Whether you write y or not doesn't matter. Here y is equal to f of x is equal to, because the function is given here, f of x is equal to x to the power 1 by 2. X to the power 1 by 2. Right? Now, if you remember, see the formula, we need f of x plus delta x. This value I have to find out. Right? F dash of x into delta x. That means I have to differentiate this also. I will differentiate. F dash of x will be 1 by 2 under root x. Right? Now 1 by 2 and under root x under root 25, we have 1 by 2 into 5, 1 by 10. This is the value of f dash of x. Right? And f of x is equal to x to the power half, and x I have taken 25. It implies that f of 25 is equal to 25 to the power half, and that is equal to 5. Now the formula we have, f of x plus delta x is equal to f dash of x into delta x plus f of x. So now f dash of x we have calculated 1 by 10, delta x is 0.3 plus f of x is equal to how much? 5. That is now 5 plus 0.3 by 10, 0.3 by 10, or I can write 5 plus 3 by 100, that is now 5.03 is the answer. Right? This is the way to find out the value of approximation of all the questions. I'll do one more question for this. Right? I think it is clear. Simple. Just you have to be smart enough while you are assuming x. It can be, delta x can be negative, can be positive also. But that depends on which power do you have over here. Right? Let us see for the next question. Suppose the next question we have, (0.009) fourth question. 0.009 raised to the power 1 by 3. You have to find this value. Right? 0.009 raised to the power 1 by 3. Okay. Of course, you have to think such a number whose cube is very near to 0.009. If I take 0.2 to the power 3, so 0.2 to the power 3 will get 0.008. Right? And if I add 0.001 to them, I will get 0.009. That means what? This will take as x and this will take as delta x. Why I have taken? Because the power depends, power implies that yes, which number I should set, so that it will be a cube root or fourth root or a square root. Accordingly, we will take the number. Right? Here we will have x is equal to 0.008 and delta x is equal to 0.001. Right? Now, here f of x is equal to x to the power 1 by 3, x to the power 1 by 3. Therefore, f dash of x is equal to 1 by 3 into x to the power 1 by 3 minus 1, differentiation both the sides. Therefore, I will get here 1 by 3 into x to the power 1 by 3 minus 1 minus 2 by 3. I can write x to the power 2 by 3. That will give you 1 by 3 into x to the power 2 by 3. X is 0.008. 0.008 to the power 2 by 3. That will give you 1 by 3 into 0.2 to the power 3 into 2 by 3. 3 and 3 is cancelled. Therefore, now 1 by 3 into 0.2 to the power 2, 0.04. That is now 1 upon 0.12. Right? This is the value of f dash of x. Now, we will find the value of f of x. F of x is equal to x to the power 1 by 3. It implies that f of 0.008 is equal to 0.008 to the power 1 by 3, and that will give you 0.2 to the power 3 into 1 by 3, and cancel, that is 0.2. We got the value of f of x, f dash of x, delta x, and now put in the formula. We know that f of x plus delta x is equal to f of x plus f dash of x into delta x plus f of x. F dash of x we have calculated 1 upon 0.12, delta x is 0.001 plus f of x is 0.2. It implies that 0.001 by 0.12 plus 0.2. (0.001 upon 0.12), that will give you the value of this will have 0.0083 plus 0.2, right? Therefore, it will have 0.2083 will be the answer. 0.2083 will be the answer of this question, right? See now one more question where I have to have the delta x as negative, right? Suppose question number 5th we have. Fifth part, you are asked to find the value of 0.999 to the power 1 by 10. 0.999 to the power 1 by 10. Right? Here, x 1 by 10, power is 10. That means 1 to the power 10 will have 1. That means here we will take x is equal to 1 and delta x will be, if I subtract something then only I will get 0.999, I will get 0.001. Delta x will be minus 0.001. So this is the value of x, this is the value of delta x. Delta x can be positive, can be negative. This is a small change. A small change, as small as you can think of, no problem. It can be very, very small, it's very, very near to 0, isn't it? From the left hand side or from the right hand side. Therefore, it can be positive, it can be negative, both. Right. Now here, let f of x is equal to x to the power 1 by 10. The function is like this. Therefore, f of 1, if I take 1 to the power 1 by 10 will have 1 only, and f dash of x will be 1 by 10 into x to the power 1 by 10 minus 1, that is 9 minus 9 by 10, and that will give you 1 by 10 into x to the power 9 upon 10. Now x is 1, that's why it will give you 1 upon 10 into 1 to the power 9 by 10. It simply will give you 1 by 10. Right? 1 to the power 9 by 10. 1 to the power 9 by 10. And that will give you 1 by 10. That will, f dash of x is 1 by 10. F of 1 is 1. And therefore, f x plus delta x is equal to f dash of x delta x plus f of x. Now, this is equal to f dash of x is 1 by 10, delta x is 0 minus 0.001 plus f of x is 1, right? Therefore, now we will have 1 minus 0.001 upon 10. That means 1 minus 0.0001, and that will give you 0.1 minus 0.0001, and that will give 0.9999, and this will be the answer, right? See, out of this 15 part are there. Okay, I have done these 3 parts, and I hope that you can do rest of the parts yourself, right? That's where the answer to this question is 0.9999, right? Suppose I have 15 to the power 1 by 4, 15 to the power 1 by 4, then tell me now what will be the value of x? X will be 2 to the power 4, 16, x will be 16, and delta x will be minus 1, isn't it? 15 to the power 1 by 4, I have taken 16 because 2 to the power 4 will have 16, that's why I have taken here x is equal to 16, and delta x will be minus 1, and then you go for the simply as it is, okay? And I hope that you can do rest of the questions, right? After this question number 1, there is another type of question. Find the approximate value of the given function, right? That I will be doing. Now, question number 2. Find the approximate value of f of 2.01. Find the approximate value. Find the approximate value of f of 2.01. F of 2.01, where f of x is equal to 4x square plus 5x plus 2. 4x square plus 5x plus 2. Right. Here now tell me f of 2.01. That means x is 2, delta x is 0.1. Right. That means here f of x is given 4x square plus 5x plus 2. What will be f dash of x? F dash of x will be 8x plus 5. We know the formula. What the formula we know? That f of x plus delta x, f of x plus delta x is equal to f dash of x delta x plus f of x. Right? So now we are asked to find the value of f of 2.01, and that is equal to f dash of x is what? 8x plus 5. Delta x how much? Delta x is 0.01. Delta x is 0.01. Better you should write. If you have difficulty, you can write here. Here x is equal to 2 and delta x is equal to 0.01. So that x plus delta x will get 2.01. So now f dash of x is 8x plus 5, delta x is 0.01 plus f of x. F x is 2. F of x will be 4 into 2 whole square plus 5 into 2 plus 2. Better you should find the value of f of x somewhere and put the value directly over here. That also we can do. Now this is equal to, the value of x is how much? 2. So now 8 into 2, 16 plus 5 into 0.01 plus 16 plus 10 plus 2. Now this is now 16 plus 21 into 0.01 plus 26 plus 2, 28. So now this will give you 0.21 plus 28 and that is equal to 28.21. Right? Right? 28.21 is the answer of this question. Right, this was question number 2. Now question number 3. Find the approximate value of f of 5.01 where f of x is equal to x cube minus 7x square plus 15. Same questions is there. Right? Now see the question number 4. Find the approximate changes in volume V of the cube of side x meters caused by increasing the side by 1%. Okay. Now question number 4 I will be doing. Fourth is find the approximate change in the volume. Find the approximate change in the volume V of a cube of side x meters caused by increasing the side by 1%. That means find the approximate change in the volume V. With delta V I have to find out. And you know that delta V is equal to what? See, we have discussed that delta Y is equal to dy by dx into delta x. Here I have to find out delta V, change in volume V. That is delta V I have to find out. That is dV by dx into delta x. This formula I have to use. Right. Delta V, that means change in volume V, where V is the volume of a cube, dy by dx into delta x, where x is the side of the cube. That this part we have to do it. Right. So now let the volume of a cube V of side x, how does use the volume of cube V is equal to x cube. Any problem in this? Volume of V is equal to x cube, and therefore dy by dx, differential with respect to x, dy by dx is equal to 3x square. Dy by dx, differentiating both sides with respect to x, will get dy by dx is equal to 3x square. One more thing is given that x meters, side x meters increasing by 1%. That means delta x is given. That means delta x is equal to 1% of x. Here delta x is equal to 1% of x. That means 1 into x by 100. 1% of x. Increase in the side is 1%. That is 1% of x, that is delta x is given 0.01x, that we can write. That is equal to 0.01x I can write. This is given. Now delta v we have to find out, therefore delta v is equal to dv by dx into delta x. Now put the value, d by dx is how much? 3x square, and delta x we have 0.01 into x, therefore 0.03x cube. 0.03x cube, right, is the approximate change in the volume of the site. Is the approximate change in the volume V of a cube having side x, and this is the answer, right? Similarly, if I go for question number 6, fifth, find the approximate change in the surface area of a cube of side x meter caused by decreasing the side by 1%. Decreasing. When it is decreasing, simply I will write minus delta x. Minus delta x is equal to minus 1% of x. That I will get here minus 0.001x. The simple change, nothing else. Same question. Right? Now the question number 6, we have if the radius of a sphere is measured as 7 meter with an error of 0.02 meter. Okay, that I will do question number 6 now. Question number 6 we have, if the radius of a sphere is measured as is measured as 7 meter with an error of 0.02 meter. 0.02 meter. Then find the approximate error. Then find the approximate error in calculating its volume. In calculating its volume. This is the question now. Okay. Here, you know that the volume of V of a sphere is given by 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here x is equal to 7 and delta x is equal to 0.02. Because that 0.02 is the error. So x is equal to 7 and delta x is equal to 0.02. And the volume of a sphere, we know that the volume of a sphere, V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. In place of r, I am using here x, or you can use r also, no problem. So now x cube, and therefore we will get here dv by dx is equal to 4 by 3 pi into 3x square. 3 and 3 cancel, 4 pi x square. So now dv by dx is 4 pi x square, right? I have to find the change in volume is given by. Therefore, I have to find the change in volume. That is, I have to find out delta V. Delta is equal to what? dv by dx into delta x. dv by dx is how much? 4 pi x square into delta x is how much? 0.02, and the value of x is given how much? 7. So now put the value 4 pi into 7 whole square into 0.02, and that will give you 4 pi 7 square 0.02, 3.92 pi. 3.92 pi meter cube. Right, 3.92 pi cubic meter is the change in volume. 3.92 pi meter cube is the volume, approximate error, and that is the solution. The same way we can do rest of all the questions, and I hope that you can do rest all the questions of this exercise. In the next class I'll go with maxima and minima. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and please do your study regularly. Thank you very much.